Welcome to Redacted, another special Destiny cast. I'm not going to be involved in this, but Lucci, Tim, and Nader are going to air all of their dirty laundry about this episode. And go.
So you need to
coming in hard.
Come at me, bro.
you need to level up, bitch.
Listen, I'm working on it, all right?
Crucible's not the way to do it.
This is a CMP
Crucible
special,
is how I enjoy the game.
But that's not the way to get there. Not the way to get the raid status.
It is a completely acceptable way to get the raid status.
Oh, not really.
90% of my gear on my old character was Crucible gear.
Oh, you poor.
And I got news
fool.
for you. The Crucible gear has better abilities and better stat adjustments than the Vanguard gear.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, no. Do you use strength or grenade? Do you use strength
Discipline.
or grenade? Okay, discipline. That's and the Vanguard gear has discipline gear,
But it has discipline and intellect.
which is what you need.
I'd rather have discipline and strength.
No. If you're in melee range, in a raid, you're fucked.
Oh, that's true. That's
You're
true.
fucked.
And the gunslinger doesn't do melee range
Yeah.
because throwing knife.
Yeah. Well, and it's really defining how your gear works in raids. If you want to raid, build a raid set.
True. I do need intelligence and discipline.
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 Nice.
Yeah, it's for raids. Although the shitty part is a lot of the raid gear that comes out of the raids is int strength or discipline
That's
strength.
horseshit.
What the fuck?
That is a horseshit.
I know, right? It's fine for me because I'm a bullshit warlock, and I can get up there in the mix and punch something and get my fire
That is
shield up.
bullshit.
And be a fucking asshole. It'd be fucking ridiculous. Because warlocks are absolutely ridiculous.
They're ridiculous and bullshit.
Yeah. The amount of bullshit that I can pull off with a warlock is absurd.
Except in PvP, they're not as good in PvP.
Yeah, in PvP they're a little on the soft side. I see that. It all comes for the warlock, it all comes down to the weapons in PvP.
Yeah.
And well, since I have a mythoclast,
Shut it.
I know, right? Fuck him. Man,
And-
goddamn Mythoclast. That's fully fucking upgraded
fully
now.
fucking
you piece
upgraded.
Of shit.
Yeah.
mythoclast
All right, so-
and Plan C, fully upgraded
my-
Plan C.
Whatever, Plan C. I have my Plan C. Whatever. It's fine. It's a good weapon.
absurd. It's
not-
absurd
it's not the shit at all.
PvP.
But I have my claim to fame was my my fucking icebreaker.
Now
Well, everybody's
everyone.
got a fucking icebreaker
Well,
again.
then it rained this weekend. It rained
It rained
icebreakers.
icebreakers.
I honest to God, like,
Motherfuckers.
I understand, I see why the Icebreaker is such a good gun. I honestly could not give a damn about it. Like, I don't want one. I don't want to own one.
It's only good because you don't have to worry about ammo.
Ammo, yeah, because there's
And
no.
it's great.
No,
it's great for
It's not
vulnerable.
only it's great because you don't have to worry about ammo. It's an amazing gun just because of the sheer amount of damage it does.
I have patience and time, so fuck icebreaker.
I have patience and time. I still prefer it.
I way prefer patience and time in PvP over icebreaker.
Oh yeah, that's
any day
that's
of the
because
week.
patience and time in PvP is fucking
In PvP,
broken.
fine.
Absurd. Even in PvE, it's absurd. That's how I was.
So you're telling me I can scope, still see my map, and I'm invisible? Sure. Let me go find a fucking hidey hole and sit there for the next 10 minutes.
I'm sorry. If anybody in PvP cannot see you when you're invisible, they're a fucking idiot and they deserve to be shot. In the
Unless-
face.
I've used the hunter, the crouch and you cloak. I have gotten so many fucking people with that. Nobody fucking notices it.
Yeah, and if you have a good spot as a sniper, it's absurd. Absurd. Especially if you got no land beyond. Because no scope equals no scope reflex. So nobody knows you're the fuck there, and you just get fucking hit with no land beyond. You fucks. God damn it.
Oh, well then, thank you. I
Some
was
beverage.
thank you.
But yeah, you need to get up.
Listen, I'm 24 now. I
Perfect
am
age for Kenny.
halfway.
You've had this for a week. What's wrong with you? I have 3 level 30 plus.
I've been doing it a little. I will admit, doing the Crucible takes a little bit longer.
And it's so random of when you will get gear.
So
Yeah, but
just
once I hit rank-
level in PvE and then do Crucible.
PvE
What's wrong with you?
is so fucking boring. It's so boring.
You need to play with us then.
Well, now that I'm level 24, like I can actually do some of this
Most
shit.
things.
Yeah, like I can, like, honestly, I kind of want one of you guys to run me through the fucking Crota missions, the story missions, because now that I'm 24, I can actually do them.
I can do that.
But like, yeah, like now I can actually like do shit with you guys, so it'll
And
be
then
a
you'll
lot
get
easier.
Murmur.
Oh my god, that gun's broken.
Not really.
I have been killed
It's not
so
that
many
broken.
times in PvP with that fucking gun.
It's okay. It's not a it's a great PvE gun.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Because it works
it's a great
fantastic in PvP from what I've seen.
Murmur is a monster PvE gun.
Can I just step in on this? I got being that you're back, you're actually on a PS4 now. I may have to rethink my walking away for a bit, and maybe come back a little sooner than I expected.
Well, and you walked away before they gave everyone their gift. So
yeah,
you
no, I
should.
still haven't gotten that.
I'm
yet.
so fucking pissed off about
I
that.
still haven't gotten that. Well, have you played with Kyle yet?
Yeah, once.
Once, yeah. I gotta party up with him.
Because that shit, like, I realized I was like, fuck, I have to restart all over again, which means which means the gift that I should have gotten is on my old fucking character. And I'm not getting shit this time. Awesome.
Shit, we'll run you through.
Sucker.
Though I did feel kind of good because when I bought the game this time, I bought the Digital Guardian edition. So I load the game up, I get to the tower, and
you got the tumbler. You immediately got the tumbler.
instantly I have the tumbler, I have the general, the frontier shell, and I have a fancy fucking emblem
and the van
and a fancy fucking ship.
and and you have access to all the Vanguard early weapons too.
Yeah, the second page of my inventory was all purples.
Yeah.
At level 2. Like,
Well, we also need to run you through some rock playlist as well.
yeah, what is that? Is that the DLC?
It's a DLC playlist.
Okay.
And as I don't know about you, Lucci, but it's like every 3 strikes on that playlist, you're pretty much guaranteed a purple.
You know, I haven't played. I only played it once, but yeah, it was giving good rewards the one time I played it. So
Good, so they
I
fixed
believe
their
that.
RNG then.
Not really.
God damn it, Bungie.
But you'll get some good rewards out of it. It's pretty awesome. And Vanguard's pretty easy to level, especially now that you can carry 10 bounties. And
Makes
Vanguard
PvP a lot easier to
Vanguard
level, too.
Vanguard's really easy to level. Don't count on the Cryptarch for anything anymore because the Cryptarch is ass.
When I've never counted on the Cryptarch for shit.
I used to count on the Cryptarch for just random purples because
Nope.
you used to be able to get them. I used to be able to get them fairly frequently.
I've gotten like 1 or 2 from him
Yeah.
back in the.
now
okay.
now I get 1 or 2 every like 3 months.
Nah, yeah, I don't even. Fuck him. Fuck Master Rahul. I do kind of like how the original loot cave has now been enshrined in the game's history.
Oh yeah, that
Because
was
of-
really awesome.
Like it's like forever, regardless of how long this game goes on, there will be people who pick it up, go over to that cave, find that thing, hear the little text or hear the little voice, and be like, "What the fuck is that?"
What was it?
Like,
What is it? The 1,000 deaths will never.
A
be
million
enough.
deaths
A million
will-
deaths will
Million.
never be enough for Master Rahul.
yeah. And like I think that's so cool that like Bungie was like, all right, you guys had your fun, and here
it goes to show
we're
their
erecting a
sense of humor.
shrine.
It goes to show their sense of humor and their sense of community.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you-
straight out.
Do you know about the Venus one?
No, I saw that you posted a video.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Watch the video.
I've known about that one for a while, but again, like I mentioned before, because of the way the loot caves have kind of been like they'll slowly patch them out, it's become like a gold rush sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, you stake your claim.
You stake your claim and you tell absolutely no
Nope.
one what you're doing.
Yep.
I actually had a random show me that.
Yeah.
Like I was messing around. And I saw this guy over there, and he was shooting me, and like and he's like, he's waving and shooting at me, and I come over, and like I stand there and I see what he's doing, and then he shoots me again, to, like like kind of like, hey, move back a little, and then I'm like, oh, which is really that was right before, that was just before the open mic policy.
I love how. Can you use the mic to talk to people in the world now?
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
there was a,
outside of the tower?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's an opt-in. There's an opt-in,
opt-in, yeah.
option
Okay.
if you're by yourself. If you are in a fire team, it does not let you do it though.
Okay. I really liked how before that wasn't even an option, the way the community kind of figured out a way to communicate with one another.
Oh yeah,
Like,
shoot each
shoot you in
other,
the face.
With bullets.
shooting and pointing and gesturing. Like that was how the community figured out we can talk to each other.
Oh, I
We
was
communicate
farming.
with bullets.
It's just stunted.
I was farming on Mars, and and there was someone ahead of me farming, and he noticed I was farming too. So I'd randomly tink. Oh, I'm getting shot at. And I'd look over and he'd wave. I'm like, oh, he found a chest. Oh, he knows where the next chest is. There's no point me wasting my time with the next two caves. He's already up there. And then we just started rolling around that. The sense of community in Destiny, and this is the one thing that's always been great about Bungie, the sense of community in general, it's so diametrically opposed to some other game types like Battlefield or Call of Duty. Like everyone, like my assumption and my impression of a lot of Call of Duty, just everyone's just a bunch of rancid dicks. Like
no, I've actually met a lot of really nice people in Destiny.
Yeah. Destiny, you'll come across those same type of players, but most often you'll come across people that are just, hey, I've got a chest. Get over here. I'll wait for you. Yeah. Like, there's nothing that says you have to wait for me for that chest, even though that it's in an open world. If you hit it before I do and I don't get to in time, it goes away. I've seen people wait for 3 or 4 people that obviously aren't on the same fire team. Like I've seen people wait for my 3-person fire team show up, which is awesome. There
was these 2 people that I met. One of them was Loco something, and the other one was Royal something. I call them Loco and Royal. And I met them randomly. I can't even remember how I originally met them, but I came to meet them. I friended them, and like they became like my weekly strike buddies.
Yeah.
Like. And
It's
like we
amazing how that
talk,
works.
and it was just, and they were cool as shit. And I'd pop on one day and be like, "Hey, I still got to do the weekly." And even if they had already done it, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure."
We'll
run through it.
This is a slightly different story, but Sergeant Dickey, which is one of Lucci's friends, I would have never met him if it wasn't for Destiny in the first place. We just wouldn't have had a reason probably to interact.
Dickey's awesome.
Yeah, Dickey's awesome. And then Fesh has 2 friends on.
Yeah, Valerian and
Valerian or Modania or something.
Yeah.
And again,
I raided with those guys. They're fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. It's just one of those things where it's a community building experience.
My roommate Ryan, you don't have to bleep that. He doesn't fucking care.
It's a name. Who knows who he is?
Yeah, exactly. The one time, well, one of the times he got really close to beating Atheon in the Vault of Glass, he ended up grouping with this like 12-year-old kid that
Bernie's kid?
I don't even know. Like, he knew the strats. They figured out the vault together. They damn near killed Atheon. And then, like, he friended this kid and would do, like, he did a weekly Nightfall strike with him. Did, like, the weeklies with him. Did a couple Nightfalls with him. And it was like this kid, he was good as shit at the game. He was fucking amazing at it.
Yeah, I randomly got friends on my list that I just met through Destiny. Just because, like, they'd be like, hey, here's a friend request. And I'd be like,
I've done, like, strike playlists with people, and then I'll get a friend request from them, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Sure. Yeah, I'll friend you.
Just people I've met in the tower.
The thing is, the nice thing about that is, especially if you're doing like strike playlists, you get in a pub group with someone who isn't a complete and utter retard. It's like an automatic to send them a friend request.
Oh yeah.
Those guys are competent. They're working with a team. They're not working by themselves. I want to play with that guy more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is really cool.
I can't. My thing went. But I met one person on my friends. I feel bad because I can't play with her more. It's definitely a female, because we've actually chatted before on like the fire team chats. So and I feel kind of like a dick because I don't play with her more often because it feels like we're in different time zones. Because when I'm on, like, I'll just like log on in the middle of the day, do a quest, and then just kind of like sit there in orbit with the start menu open.
That's what I do. I do the same damn
and
thing.
I'll get a friend. I'll get a hey, come join me in Destiny. Let's go do like the daily or some shit, or the weekly or something. And I'm like not anywhere near my computer. I can't. And that's what the great thing about the phone messages. Like, I'm like dog sitting or something like that. I can't play right now. I'll be on later at this time if you're still on. We'll play.
Wait, he sent me a friend request. I don't know what time. He must have sent me a Nader. You sent me a friend request probably throughout the night or something. I got it at 8 o'clock the next morning on my phone. I opened my phone up because I use my phone as an alarm clock. I open it up and I see, I have a message through PlayStation. Oh, yeah, Nader friend requested accept. Done. Which is really cool.
And it's really
I didn't know PSN had a messenger app.
Yeah,
for
it's,
your phone.
yeah.
That is
it's a
pretty
PlayStation
cool.
app.
That is really cool.
Just go on the Google Play Store.
That's one of those things. I think Tim was online, and I randomly sometimes pop on when I'm at work. Because I work from home, and I can just, I'll go in and I'll do, a couple of the playlist items that I don't have to like pay attention to, where I can find some place to hide. And I was on, and I kept getting like invites from somebody, and then I saw them finally jump into a party with Tim. And then later, when I was talking to him, he's like, yeah, Tim said you were probably just working, so that's why you didn't respond to anything.
Was it Mo?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't remember.
Sakes. I can't hear. God damn it.
Did you fucking call him Mo?
Yeah. Because I don't want to give him. I don't want to give like the other two names that I know him by. Yeah.
And he fucking calls everybody Mo.
But yeah, it was him or Matthew Navas, something like that. Or
Yeah. I can't remember who. Yeah, it may have been Matthew.
Yeah.
But I hate sitting there when I have like a lot of friends who play Destiny all the time, who normally I will respond to and jump in parties with, but if I'm at work I won't do it.
You can't do that. Yeah. That's probably going to happen with me on Monday. I'm working from home on Monday because it's Martin Luther King Day and we're normally off, but because in the department I work in an IT department primarily. It's my main job. And we have a rotating after hours cover system. So this coming week is my week. Well, that also means if we're off for a day, there are people working at some of the locations. I have to monitor and make sure that any tickets come in, I can try and handle or do what I can. But most of it's going to be working from home. Same thing with Friday. And Friday I normally get off at 3:00 in the afternoon. I left at 7 p.m. It was
crazy. Yeah.
It's just a major. Basically, something has come up that needs to be done, and because of the specialized stuff I do within the department, I'm the only one that can do it.
Work things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Work things happen, and I'm actually going to have to. Like, I haven't done anything with it yet today. I really should set it up and let it run because it's I do all of the system imaging, which means I build all of the custom Windows images for all of our different machines. And this is looking at really technical. I'm not good. Basically, I have to build everything out special. When I do that, when I build a special image, it takes, just because of the sheer amount of Windows updates, it takes 10, 12 hours to pull down updates, and then I have to continue working.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's really just waiting. There's not a whole lot I can do.
Welcome to painting as well. It's work for an hour, and then, hey, I got to wait for like 4 or 5 hours.
No, exactly. No, I used to, and the thing, I don't know if you know this, I went to school for auto body. I used to work in, I used to do like custom paint jobs and stuff for different companies, and
it's
literally
it's mostly waiting.
It's hurry up and wait. It's prep, and then put down the paint. Wait for that, then prep, and then put down another layer of paint. And that's all it is. I mean, I used to work for a lowrider company. I used to do the $10,000 like show paint jobs. Now the thing is, when someone says they paid $10,000 for a paint job, I'm not the one getting the money.
Yeah,
I'm getting whatever.
You're not getting 10 grand.
No, I'm not the one getting the 10 grand. I've been half tempted to go back into that and get my own paint booth and then charge the 10 grand because I could.
Because you could, yeah.
But my knees aren't just gonna. Same thing with window tinting. I used to do car customization, window tinting. I've really thought about going back and just opening my own shop and doing that, but it's such a hit or miss thing.
We're getting away from Destiny.
We are, but yeah.
I got to get higher. I need to be 28. I also, like,
You need to be 30.
When I hit 28, you bitches are running me through the goddamn vault. Because
we can do it once you hit 26.
I need to drop that motherfucker.
No,
I need to drop him. Fine. Yeah. I just want to see him die. That's all I want.
Wait, what level are you now?
24.
We should be able to pull video of him dying.
No, I want to see him die with my own eyes.
I will live stream that. I'll just shadow him throughout the whole thing.
For him.
What was that, Lucci?
I said, Tim, let's go kill him right now, and we'll post it for him.
I have my PS4 here.
Fuck you guys. No, I would need to kill him.
We can go kill him real fast.
I have brought him.
We've got that down to a science at this point.
I have brought him down. It was with a pug group, too. I brought him down to, like, you couldn't even see yellow. Like, there was no yellow.
You just keep punching him in his dick hole then.
And then, no, he got a lucky shot in. Whoever had the relic dropped the bubble for a second.
Oh, you had that.
There's a glitch that happens with that.
Dropped the bubble for a second, and then he
And it just
nailed
takes out the whole
us,
party.
and it took out the whole fucking party. He had so little life that when everybody died, we thought we won. Like, we thought we downed him. And we didn't. Like, that's how little life he fucking had.
So like a half a clip.
Oh my god, like 3 more shots.
One rocket.
One rocket. One rocket for sure. Like,
One Gjallarhorn.
I was so fucking pissed when that happened. And like, that's the closest I've ever gotten to beating him. And I was so fucking pissed.
We have him on farm for hard.
Good, because we're gonna farm the fuck out of him so I can get my Vision of
Yeah,
Confluence, my
no,
Vex
no,
Mythocast,
our, Tim, our group has that unlocked.
We still can't get through. We have Atheon on lockdown, but we can't fucking beat the Templar.
No,
The Templar
a piece of
on hard
shit.
mode.
That son of a bitch.
It's so fucking sad. We have beaten hard mode, skipping the Templar.
And
Really?
Yes.
The hardest part about the Templar is because of how glitchy he is.
He is really
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
glitchy.
And that's the biggest problem. It's like like we were just explaining the problem earlier.
You
where-
still push him off?
no,
No,
okay.
they patched that out.
they
a
have,
lot.
he has baby
Here's
bumpers
the thing,
now.
Okay.
I found a nice little happy little sniper spot over spot on the left side over by if you're facing the Templar to the left where the there's a spot where the hobgoblins and the goblins and the Philly Fanatics come out. There's a tower you can stand on. And it gets you in line with right where he shows up in the middle and on the left, but not on the right. So you can just sit up there, and as soon as it goes down, just pop, 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 pop.
Wow.
Well, we've adopted a strategy now where only one person goes down to activate the Templar.
Yeah, yeah,
So we have 5 people up sniping and one person going down handling harpies and
and the oracles.
the one oracle really, because all the snipers can
yeah.
see pretty much
no.
everyone except for that one.
Can reach most of the oracles. Yeah, that's right.
You can reach all of them. Technically, there are spots where you can reach every single oracle from there. You don't need anybody down there.
See,
So
like,
it's easier if-
the Templar,
so
like, I
perfect.
have never killed him without pushing him off. Every time I've downed him, I pushed him off.
You're
We
in for a sad awakening.
Yeah.
we started with doing it the real way, and then we found the
Yeah,
cheese.
we did the first 2 times we beat the Templar. We did him legit.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've beaten him 2 different times using 2 different methods and 2 different directions to push him off.
We also tried to push him back down into the little thing,
Oh yeah.
So he
Back-
couldn't teleport.
so he couldn't teleport.
I've heard the teleporting's not that hard to combat. You just have to stand in those rings.
Well,
where
yeah.
he's
You
gonna
really
teleport
you need
to.
But you
A
get
Titan.
you need
you need
2.
to-
You need
you need 2 defender
at
titans.
very minimum you need 2 titans. 3 is
Preferably
preferable.
4.
Yeah,
Preferably 4.
because if you don't, you just get pounded in the ass.
Yeah, no, you can definitely stop him from teleporting. And I think there's something that shows up if you can stop him from
Yeah,
teleporting.
it's
before
the-
you-
Yeah, it's a
the-
chest.
An extra chest.
Yeah,
it's
you get an extra chest.
I've gotten that chest a couple times.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
we've gotten
you
the chest.
cheated him.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah. No
Cheese 'em.
shit.
cheese. I mean, you get the chest.
Not anymore.
Well, you can still do it.
Oh, also,
You can still do them with no.
when we run through the vault, can we kill a Gorgon so I can get the card?
Yeah.
Can you kill?
Yeah,
Can you?
yeah.
You can
Very
actually
easy.
kill.
Yeah,
You can
kill
kill them.
Really?
You have to.
Yeah,
You gotta hit him with fucking all barrels real quickly,
Alright,
but you can
well,
kill him.
you have to go team. We are shooting him on 3, 2, 1, and
Open
everybody
fire
is
on his
in
ass.
Oh
heavy-
God!
Yeah.
I want that card now.
Yeah, and you get a
I didn't
card
even know
for
that-
it.
I didn't even know that was the thing I wanted.
Burnett still needs one. I think.
Does he?
I think so. I think Burnett
I
still
thought
needs one.
we've done it with him.
Somebody in our like usual rating group still needs a Gordon kill.
If you
I
kill,
do.
if you
I need it.
kill, so when you start shooting him, he obviously sees you.
Yeah.
If you kill him before he kills you, does it cancel the
It cancels the death,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh really?
and the other Gorgons get stronger.
Oh,
They
wow.
take more to kill.
No, they go
additional
immune.
Ones.
They go immune.
Oh, they go immune?
Yeah.
So if you kill one, that's the only one you're fucking killing.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we killed one, and then didn't we get seen by one? So we just started shooting at it, and it's on my screen at least it said immune.
Oh,
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah. So you get one, and then that's it.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Apparently, everyone gets one. Cleveland.
Oh, but
I'm just snapping my
Okay.
fingers. Don't pay attention to me.
You're doing it right in front of the camera.
We
All,
also-
all I saw is this.
and you need to
Really?
get 30 because we'll get you through.
I haven't even gotten 30 yet.
Well, you both of you need to get 30, so we
Yeah.
can get you through
Crota?
both Vault of Glass hard mode and Crota.
And V needs to get 30.
I do
don't
really
think-
wanna beat
I don't think
Crota.
V's 30.
Okay, so I know this is gonna kind of switch away from mechanics and strategy. You know that very popular fan theory that the Guardians are actually the darkness.
Yeah, I've heard about
And-
that.
and
I
on
I
all
don't
that-
know. I don't know if I agree with that.
I've stated that.
You have, yeah.
I'm after seeing fucking Eris, I'm like damn near convinced of it
Well, I think
because
Eris,
the bitch looks like a hive.
I think Eris was tainted by the soul of Crota. That's why she looks like that.
Well, here's the other question. There's a theory I had with that was that the whatever the hive are actually a corruption of whatever that race is, and that she may be one of the slightly uncorrupted version of that race. Because I mean, think about it. Space zombies aren't going to be able to make faster than light travel or ships
But I
or
mean-
anything.
But they're not zombies.
They are.
No, they're more like Covenant. They're more like Covenant from Halo.
Yeah.
Look at how they react. Look at how they act.
My-
I
My
can't.
whole theory, my whole theory with it is that, like they make all this big deal about light and darkness and everything else, and
They don't
even
do
the
anything
stranger
with it.
is like she was not forged in light, and my whole thing is that I think probably not until like a sequel, like Destiny 2 or whatever, but probably
Oh,
not
you mean
until then you're gonna find out that
You mean Destiny Comet?
that the traveler is actually a proponent of the of darkness, and like in order to level up weapons and get higher levels later, instead of finding armor with light, you're gonna start finding armor with darkness in it
I could see
to
that.
raise your level.
I think that actually makes a lot of sense. I think the Guardians. I mean, based purely off the fucking top, the fact that Guardians are reanimated corpses.
Yeah.
Well, we
like-
never got the full story. The only thing we got was the Exo story.
But that is now canon. Period.
Yeah.
That's because there's a hunter cloak where the flavor text on the cloak is we are an army of the chosen dead.
Oh yeah, the Ghost Angel cloak.
We are an army of the chosen dead.
That's
so,
actually a reference to another game. I think that's a Diablo. Is it?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a reference. That is a reference to another game actually.
Yeah,
really?
they have a few references
Yeah.
to other
So the fact
games
that
and
every
properties.
Guardian is a reanimated corpse, the fact that the Traveler and the Speaker are just really fucking shady, and the fact that we see nothing of the world. Like, we see the tower.
Apparently, the city around the tower is the last city.
Yeah, the tower.
So why can't we see it? Why can't we see
No,
the
he's got a
people who live
point
in that
because
city?
all we've ever seen is Russia.
the tower.
No, it's the tower and Russia, and that's all we see of Earth. And there's a hell of a lot more than just the tower and Russia.
And there's that city outside the tower. You can see it when you're on the balcony of the tower. You can see that city. There has to be people down there.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Guardians live in this bubble,
yeah, no,
completely removed from the rest of humanity.
You know what the rest of the city actually kind of looks like from the tower is like some of the districts out of the Neil Blomkamp District 9 universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks very much like that, almost kind of like lean-to hovels, sort of like just like metal shanties.
Well, it looks like there's too many lights because you look at that at the nighttime and there's way too many lights for it to be like a shanty town. I think it's like an actual city, and I feel like we've been kind of like the Guardians have been kind of secluded from the rest of the world because, well, we're reanimated corpses.
But we're also anybody who's not a reanimated corpse, anybody who's still living in this world. If we're going off of the basis that they've been feeding us throughout the entire storyline, we're their only hope. So they have to have some modicum of endearment for us. They should be able to look past the fact that we're reanimated corpses because we're the only ones standing between them and certain death.
There could be that, but it could also be the whole reanimated corpse and since we're at like power levels beyond of what the normal person is.
No, I agree.
We're like
Tim,
semi deities to them, and
I see where we're going with this. We would be so like, yes, we're their only hope, but at the same point, the level of power to normal human is so diametrically opposed. We would be frightened.
Yeah. And since there's so in the storyline of what we've gotten so far, there's so little known about the Traveler, the Speaker, like where the Guardians come from. There can be that level of fear of like, we don't know what the fuck they are.
True, because they're reanimated corpses through the ghost, which is basically a minion of the Traveler.
Well, you know what it comes down to is a lot of like Watchmen or
who watches the Watchmen
or the X-Men, something like that, where you have this force of like altered human beings that's like, okay, that really they have our best interests, but I don't. They're not normal. I don't trust them.
Well,
they're living in secrecy, kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
we're secluded to our tower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that was one of the things when I first started playing Destiny. That was one of the things that really bugged me about it, was the fact that you don't see any of the rest of the world outside of your tower.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, you see some of the exclusion zone in Russia, but
there's nobody there. Like there isn't. There's no civilian population there, and that's what I want to see.
You were very much out of the city.
I want to see the civilian population. I want to see how people are living.
You want to see a hub world that isn't the tower is what you want.
Pretty much, yeah. I want a town. I want the hub world. I want a town.
I want a city to go walk around.
Yeah, exactly.
And see how the general populace treats us.
Game wise, what is a good analog to that?
Main town. Like I want.
Well, I mean, like to use a game that had like for instance, I can think of maybe Fallout has Megaton. You know what I mean?
Cyrodiil and Oblivion.
Okay.
The capital city.
Yeah. I want to
like
see
you can
that.
walk in, or like some of the Assassin's Creed games. Not all of the standard people are particularly problematic with you. It's just you have to worry about the guards and stuff. So like you're walking
but
around.
They're still there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's you can still go buy stuff.
GTA would be like the go-to for that, because they do have like that organic world already set up.
Yeah. They have a whole breathing, living world that you're just kind of a part of.
Well, for an analog for Destiny, Dragon's Dogma is one where the character, since you are an exclusion to the race, you're held in awe and fear, much the same way a guardian would be. To the point like where the normal populace, I would like to see this in Destiny, like where the normal populace, once they go out into like a normal society,
it's kind of like walking into an old West town at high noon. You just see like you walking through, and you're not really a threat, but people are closing their blinds and their doors, and everyone's just leaving the street.
And that's one of the big reasons I want to see the general populace, because I also want to see how they react to a guardian.
Yeah.
And
some of the Grimoire cards actually kind of outline that, and there is kind of a general fear and mistrust, and at the same point hope and trust. It's like a very thin edge that seems to walk down. The background story between the last word behind the exotic the last word actually outlines this quite well.
I haven't actually read the flavor text on really the flavor texture and the background of the last word.
Yeah, there's the Grimoire card for the last word has like a good long story for it.
Like and that's the other thing. Like, and since we're talking about plot, every conversation about Destiny plot comes back to this. I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing all of this rich potential for story.
Oh yeah, and it's not quite as bad as Titanfall, but it's hey, here's this great universe. We're not going to do anything with it.
Fuck all with it, and we're not going to tell you anything that's going on. We're not going to tell you dick.
The problem is most the majority of the story.
We're going to build it up. We're going to set it up.
Oh, I think for that reason, Destiny 2 is going to be fucking incredible.
It fucking better.
It is going to be probably like given Bungie's track record, Destiny 2 is probably going to be one of the best games ever made.
After we get past House of Wolves,
hype train.
After we
look into the record,
yeah, that's right. I'll give you.
They learn a lot from their mistakes.
After getting it through House of Wolves.
Oh, is that the next DLC?
Next DLC.
Okay.
That's coming out in March, if I remember correctly.
I believe
yes.
so. But after getting through House of Wolves, we should be getting into a lot of the meat and potatoes of the story.
But I fucking hope so.
Because House of Wolves would be the end of what they were originally planning for the game.
And we hit on this on CNP, but like the story in Halo, it was kind of epic, and it was a decent narrative.
It was, and the overarching story throughout just got better.
Yeah,
admittedly.
But the best story in Halo is the background.
Yeah. Oh no.
yeah.
And that's the way it's been playing out in Destiny. Is like the best part of the stories is happening in that second in that peripheral.
Because
it's
Halo,
the Grimoire cards. If you're not reading the Grimoire cards, you're missing 90% of the goddamn story.
Which again, the fact that I can't fucking read those goddamn cards in.
No, you can. You're just lazy.
Well, no,
not in
the game.
You can't read it in the game.
Like,
you can't do it from the main UI.
That is
you have to
absolutely
one of the
ridiculous.
secondary-
If you're gonna put so much story into those cards and then not let me access them in game, like what
stupid.
are you thinking? That's
absolutely
stupid.
Yeah,
I still chalk it up to like them
Or-
Bungie not being able to finish the game, even like half of the way before like they got made to release.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
I just wish
because with the narrative that they had in Halo that they
because
made
what
through
you were
3
saying
games,
with like reanimated corpses, the Guardians with the lore should be Exos and only Exos.
That's the way.
Because they're the only
that's
ones.
the only
that
that's the only one
can-
that's been released is the EXO.
No,
beginning.
hold on,
exactly.
Let me
the
point-
Exo
let-
beginning is the
Let
canon.
me point
beginning.
something out.
I'll argue
That
that
is straight
a
out
little bit.
speculation.
It is.
But I mean, to be perfectly honest, that makes
But
sense.
given what we know about the
Yeah.
game, it
that
makes
is
perfect sense.
That is straight out speculation. But I will also say that it's not breaking my suspension of disbelief to believe that the ghost has
A way to reanimate
not even just
a hero.
it's not
Yes.
even that. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking oh my god. Fuck, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. God damn you, angry
Do
balls.
you have synonyms?
Reconstruction. It's not breaking my suspension of disbelief that the ghost has the ability to reconstruct organic matter.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
let's
So
let's look at
it could make
Okay.
sense
Yeah.
that that a
Reconstruct
ghost
organic matter and
Given
find that hero.
Exactly.
Given the way that the Guardians work in general, and that ghost is, if you get killed, it seems to hold some of that DNA in perpetuity until it can.
And then he just
reconstruct you.
he just reconstructs it.
And
So
and
it
that's
makes
the way-
sense that if they can find someone that on some sort of weird metachlorian DNA level makes sense.
Never say that again.
Yeah, well, it's the only way.
We'll talk about
It's
that
the only
with
way I could
Metachlorians
describe
later.
it. Something that like this is a person on a fundamental level that could actually have a standing chance against the darkness. Let's try it.
But on the same side of that, I'm not 100%, but I think I read somewhere that the opening to Destiny, like the intro, was one of 3. And the one that they released,
I think
the
that
one
was
that's
the
part-
EXO.
The
Yeah.
one that the game is the EXO.
Is the EXO.
There were
No.
2 others.
And that makes sense. Like that
That makes
totally
perfect
makes
sense.
That
sense.
makes absolute sense.
It makes
It's-
absolute
Oh
sense.
yeah, no, it totally
But
does.
having the EXO opening be the same as for all 3, just because
It was just
development
rush, chop,
reasons
chop.
or Activision telling Bungie to go fuck themselves one way or another, it fucks the story and the gameplay
and unfortunately,
completely from
like
all
that,
directions.
Well,
that,
you-
that
it
jump.
It completely limits.
straight out.
well, yeah,
it
no,
reduces
because from that
2/3
jump,
of the
now
story.
we have to assume
It's yoking the story from the beginning.
that is canon.
Yeah.
that the ghost can reanimate a corpse and reconstruct the
Yes.
DNA, and that is now
that
canon.
is the most powerful tennis ball ever created.
Seriously, like
It's a fleshlight.
Oh,
made with real flesh.
but like it just
thought you
they
said
need
fleshlight or
to
laugh.
seriously start giving us some fucking meat and potatoes. Like, why the fuck does the queen have fallen?
Yeah.
that listened to her.
We actually might
like,
find that
what
out.
the fuck is that?
They never
Gucci.
really do
No, they
explain
never
that,
fucking
do we?
describe
like,
that.
It's, and it seems less like a.
The queen says
No, it-
she doesn't. She fears the fallen. She doesn't know that these ones are mine.
It seems.
The
it,
fuck
it
does that
seems,
mean?
It seems less like what was it? It seems more like less like a symbiotic relationship and more like actual physical control.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're not there of their own free will.
No,
Lucci?
absolutely not.
I don't know.
And that brings up questions about the Awoken in general.
Yeah.
See, I think we'll find out more about that in House of Wolves. Like, I personally think that they are there of their own free will, or more to the point, I think the Queen did something where she basically took over one of the houses, and they're there out of fear and respect.
Ooh,
not
that's
out
a
of,
good. That is
some
very
sort of
possible.
mind control.
There is the leak that the next raid is going to be at the reef.
Yeah. Well, they with the alpha and beta releases, the and promotional videos, there are shots of you as Guardians walking around like the palace and having it be like a secondary like tower area.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
See, now I'm wondering
I was watching some YouTube videos of like some of the early trailers, and it's like absolutely, definitely, you're walking around in that tower third person, and there are fallen around as guards, and it's definitely that purple color scheme of the reef.
Huh. I'm wondering if that puts the Queen more on the side of the darkness or the light, because they say that the Awoken in the reef kind of live on that cusp.
Kind of, and to bring up another point where a big major point in the storyline where if you play as an Awoken, you go out to the reef to meet the Queen. Not much is known about the Queen.
Nothing changes.
And I think with the actually one of our raid group brought that up is that it sounds like that most of the Awoken Guardians have been born outside of the reef.
Well, me and Florentine talked about that because he made a post about it, and I remember reading somewhere. I can't remember if it was flavor text or if it was on a Grimoire card. I can't remember where exactly I saw it, but I remember seeing that a lot of the Awoken that are in the world are non-reef born.
Yeah.
Really?
So that would make sense as to why you still don't know anything about the Awoken in the reef.
And why she has like basically no. I mean, I guess being monarchy would make she wouldn't have any regard for you anyway. But it seems like that's something that would.
Yeah, like because when I first went there the first time, like we're going to the land of the Awoken, shrouded in mystery and blah
That's
blah
right.
blah, and I'm like,
you're playing an Awoken.
I'm like, I have blue skin. Like, how is this a fucking? I am one. I used to live there. Like.
Yeah, I think everybody who played in Awoken and went out to the reef for the first time went, wait,
I think,
what?
But I am
I think
one.
V had the same reaction. She's like, wait.
That's my queen. Like,
how do you not? Like seriously? It's.
But
what?
yeah, so I remember seeing somewhere that I think it was actually on a hunter cloak that a lot of the Awoken that we see are non-reef born. So that explains why
that might make
the
more sense.
reef-born Awoken are so shrouded in mystery.
Yes.
They better start just giving us a little bit more fucking story. I really need it.
And I don't expect it to happen until after House of Wolves.
It'll be in comments.
No, but that said,
definitely
the whole Eris bounties and her whole storyline with the DLC has been more illuminating than the entirety of the rest of the.
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
Exactly.
Like,
I hate that
it's one of those things where it is already better with the DLC that you're getting some actual concrete like storyline from start to finish.
And like with her, that just kind of feeds more into like I really do believe that the Guardians are darkness. That bitch cries darkness. Like there is dark coming out streaming down her cheeks. Like
she
weeps.
She's
inky black.
She might. She has to be corrupted by
Is
the
that her
dark.
nickname? Inky Black?
It's either we're darkness or she was corrupted by the
Deeply
darkness.
corrupted.
I think what you're Tim, and I mentioned this earlier. I think that's exactly what it is. I think whatever happened to the Hive is a corruption of the race in general, and whatever part of the race she came from was trying to combat that and was infected by it.
Well,
an
no,
Awoken.
it's not.
What?
She's an Awoken.
Is she?
It's not.
Judging from her look and her stature and her skin tone, she's an Awoken.
And it's not even that whatever she came from. It's that she herself was corrupted because she went after orcs.
Yeah.
Or not orcs. She went after Crota.
Crota. Yeah.
Crota, and the way I feel is she was stopped by whoever was. I feel that Crota and Oryx and the Hive were combating the darkness, and that she was corrupted by the dark. And whatever force was containing Crota stopped her from like freeing Oryx, from freeing Crota, and That's the theory that I have, is that it wasn't that she was going to go kill Crota, that she and her team were going to go free Crota, and that she was stopped by the darkness, and who was trying to suppress Crota, because Crota and Oryx were opposing the darkness.
Alternatively, I think that it's actually like my take on it was that not necessarily that she was going to go free him, but she's going to take Crota's power in favor of like the darkness, or in service of the darkness. So not necessarily that Crota, is working with the darkness, but that she's going to, absorb his power in order to have it work for the darkness. Because my whole thing with her is, especially with the end of her storyline, is like she demands that you bring back the eyes for her. That she is going to use them in some, and you give them to her. You give her exactly what she wants at the end of her story missions, which is like the 3 eyes in order for her to gain her power.
Yeah. Or the way you could look at it is like they're awakening Crota's soul, kill it. If you play through the story mission where you have to kill the soul of Crota to stop him from coming back.
Huh.
There's a lot to think about, and we don't get a lot.
No, we don't. It's all speculation. And not to totally jump gears, but this is a conversation I've been having with Matt, another one of my roommates, because we were talking about...
Which one was Matt? The
blonde hair.
Okay, yeah. I only asked because I met his roommates last night when we were playing poker, and I can't remember anyone's names.
He mentioned offhandedly that he really hopes that later we see an alliance between the Guardians and the Cabal, because he doesn't believe that the Cabal are part of the darkness, that they're just juiced up space marines and they're just violent.
Well, almost like for hire mercenaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of view it like you pop their heads off and fucking darkness spews out of their neck.
Yeah,
like
well, keep in mind, here's the thing. Here's my theory with that. Because each enemy class has a different animation for that. The Vex, obviously, it's that white goop that basically is just running the electronics.
They're coolant.
Yeah, the coolant. I think because the Cabal are, they're space turtles. I think it's an environmental suit. I think that's what's coming spewing out when you pop their heads off. Is whatever
atmosphere.
Some sort of internal atmosphere pressure for that suit. Because if you and I were to go to, say, Jupiter, we wouldn't be able to breathe the atmosphere. It wouldn't happen.
And while I still think that the Cabal are part of the darkness, there is some credence to the theory, because I forget what strike it is, but the narrator comes on. He's like, whether we've wanted it or not, we're now at war with the Cabal.
Yeah, that's
which means at a certain point, like, we're at war with the Cabal because we have to go into their territory and they're going to fight us.
Yeah.
Not because they're part of the darkness, but because we need stuff from their area and they're not happy about it.
Yeah, like the only two out of like the canon that we've gotten so far, the only two that we've known are enemies, like real.
The Vex.
Yeah. Because they just want everything.
And the Fallen, only because they used to be noble houses and now they're basically just scavengers.
Yeah. Well, not only that. It's the Vex and the Cabal because we're invading their territory. The Hive, the only reason that we're at war with the Hive is because they started invading us.
Yeah.
I forget which mission it was, but it's the Hive. They're explaining that the Hive has started invading our territory.
What was the EJ?
The Hive mostly have taken over Earth.
Yeah,
you would know this. The Hive are the equivalent of what was the
Flood.
The Flood. That's it. That's kind of what the Hive are. They're almost like they're really just a mindless like hive mind. That's the thing.
No, the Vex are the hive mind.
Are they?
Kind of.
Well, and that leads into one of my theories, which is that the Vex are controlling the Hive, because I'm hard-pressed to think of any time where you see Hive versus Vex.
You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. No, you see...
I really think they're part of the same
You see
grouping.
Vex versus Cabal, and you see Vex versus Fallen. You never see Vex versus Hive. In fact, you only see Hive... You see Hive versus... You see
Fallen.
Fallen, and that's really all you see.
Yeah. And you see Vex versus Cabal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
this is what happens when you have to rewrite your story 12 hours before launch.
And it sounds like especially with the Black Garden mission, that the Vex are being controlled by our minions of the darkness
Directly.
are
Yeah.
directly minions of the darkness, because you got to kill the Black Heart.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
maybe,
that's not ominous at all.
and maybe the Vex have subjugated the Hive, and it's really there's the talk of the House of the Nobles, but it was a fight between the Vex, the Hive, and the Fallen, and then Earth just got kind of stuck in the middle somewhere, and it feels like it sounds like that that Earth is like the final battleground.
Unless you want the last one of this.
In the push for the darkness to take over the galaxy, after it subjugated both the Vex and the Hive, and and they crushed the Fallen, and the Fallen fell back to Earth.
Not only does it seem like the Vex are direct minions of the darkness, but they're also like upper echelon level minions of the dark because they control time.
Control
Like-
time,
like-
space.
The Vex
Yeah.
control.
They're the Doctor
time.
Who of the.
Like when Atheon kills you,
Stop.
he traps you in time.
Yeah,
Like what?
that's a good point.
It traps you in time. You are forever lost to the corners of time.
Time, right?
Like,
Yeah.
Bleh? We're talking about robots that move through time.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Robots are terrifying enough.
Yeah, robots are terrifying enough. Robots that travel through time? Meh. And you see, and one of the things I really liked about the Vault of Glass was whether you get transported to Mars or Venus, you see the differences because you're actually going to a different time period. You see the differences in their appearance.
Yeah, it's
Have,
true.
have you noticed
yeah,
that?
That's true.
You see,
I
you
haven't
see
noticed that,
a,
but
you
I
see
really try not to.
a like a beta version. I forget which world you see the beta version, and then like you see the apex in the other world.
Since Mars is harder, I think Mars is the apex,
And then
and
Venus, would be beta.
the beta. And
And they both look different. Like they're
I just thought of it is that it could be the terraforming of Venus might have been started by the Vex.
it's possible.
Especially if you look at the beta version of the
Is there
Vex
a
being.
possibility that the Vex could have been a Wall-E sort of setup where the humans actually built the Vex to terraform, and then the algorithms evolved and became a self-sentient AI, and then rose up against their human oppressors?
The only thing that makes me hesitant to completely go with that is the fact that the Vex control time, which again, over the course of time, the algorithm could have
Yeah.
evolved
Vex-
to.
You're saying terraforming. I've never seen anyone, granted, I've only seen video and whatnot, outside. I've never seen anyone outside of some sort of containment suit on any of these planets. So is terraforming really happening?
Oh no! Venus is a lot
Venus was
goddamn
fully
garden.
tel-
was it?
Yeah.
Venus was fully terraformed.
Terraformed.
Yeah, there are actual cities on Venus with like cars. I mean,
Carry on.
Same with Mars, but Mars was more of a contained like.
Mars seemed more like Mars seemed more like a Nevada sort of. I mean, it was
like a total recall Mars.
Yeah, it was a tentative grasp, and you probably only existed within the buildings, not really outside of.
because since Mars doesn't actually have a magnetic field, it doesn't have the protection from the solar winds, so they don't really have that ability to sustain
that
an
environment.
atmosphere.
That atmosphere is going to get blown off no matter what.
Whereas with Venus, it still has an atmosphere that can be changed.
Yeah, Mars has cities that were based in like, previously in like biodomes opposed to biostructures.
That's basically that's definitely the impression I got seeing the architecture of the cities in general for what's left of them anyway.
Yeah.
And like with Mars, it's a wasteland.
Yeah.
Whereas with Venus, it's lush.
It's verdant.
It's
Like,
verdant.
Mars
There's
is what
plants.
will happen to Las Vegas when they stop rerouting all of the rivers and everything to it. Like, that's exactly what. I mean, you created basically an artificial oasis. When the water stops flowing, it dies.
yeah.
Yeah, and with Venus, it feels like they've actually changed the atmospheric composition to sustain life. and you can see it. You very much see it.
Yeah.
And somebody had to do it. What was it? Humans? Was it Vex? Was it?
Yeah, who
was
did
it Fallen?
who did
Was
the
it
legwork on that?
Was it even
It could have
Fallen?
been Fallen. They have the technology. I would say the Fallen have the technology to do that.
Maybe had. I mean, they have now, but I don't think they, in their current state, they didn't develop it.
No.
Well, and yeah, denoted by the name of the race, the Fallen are. It could just be a moniker for this upper echelon race that has succumbed to the pressures of the darkness.
And they basically makes it almost made
They
more to their,
fell.
almost more to their baser instincts is basically what you're saying.
Baser instincts, where their actual like system, way of life, like command structure has
Degraded.
has been crushed by the darkness.
And that's why they focus more on the houses.
And why they focus on the houses? Why they're called the Fallen? Because they fell from that upper,
grace.
Ooh.
from the
Ooh.
upper echelon
Is
of
it-
races in the galaxy.
Is it possible that the Fallen as we know them now, because I've noticed there's a little bit of a visual similarity between Fallen and Hive.
It is possible that they are corrupt. That
Hive or
Hive are
Fallen.
corrupted fallen.
Could be that.
However, if
None
that were
of
the
the Hive
case,
I've
there
seen
would
have 4
most
arms.
likely be 4-armed Hive, which
Yeah.
there are not.
Yeah, there are no 4-armed Hive here. That's
Or-
true.
or-
but
or-
dregs don't have 4 arms.
That's because
That's
of
because
the
they get
rank.
ripped off
They have
because
two.
they're
They have 2 arms
inferior.
removed because of they are. That's literally where their name comes from. They are so their ranking is so low. They don't have the privilege of having 4 arms.
Oh, is
If
that
you-
in
yeah.
a Grimoire card somewhere?
If you
Yeah,
look
it's
at
in Grimoire.
if you
Okay.
look at the character model, they actually have 2 nubs.
Oh, do they
For the
really?
low-
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
never noticed the
Yeah,
nubs.
they have 2 nubs. Yeah,
Okay, interesting.
lower down. You look like you just.
God damn it, Bungie! Stop
No, I'm
forcing us to have
I'm
these
good.
fucking conversations and fill in the fucking holes in
That
your
I blame that.
game story.
I'm beginning to think. I really think you're right. I think.
No, I
Activision-
think you're right too.
I think
think
Activision
you're right
looked at
too.
when they went in this. They go, oh, this is all great, but if you can't get it stamped out by this date, just put it out.
Yeah, no, and that is
And
that
they
is
caught
so
them in the middle of,
Activision's
like-
mo.
And this is not.
yeah.
But
This is not above Activision.
that is so their mo. It's not even funny. Like it. That is. I could very easily see them.
Although it is fun with the theorizing.
Oh yeah,
I've always
yeah,
been
yeah.
a fan.
Yeah, no, it's
And of course,
trying to put the mental
Yeah.
the mental.
It's not like
pieces
Activision
together.
would never come out and say that.
Oh
No.
God, no.
God,
No,
no,
'cause-
no.
fuck no. They would never fucking say that. But I could totally see that.
You know what this conversation means?
Hmm.
I need to get video to lay under this audio track.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna have right now. You're gonna have to.
Oh no, you're gonna have to play and record more Destiny. Poor baby.
for an hour.
Whatever are you going to do?
I'd like to actually have it with
I
a
got some
party.
capture you can borrow.
I'd like to actually have it with a party, like a party
Okay.
of.
A multi-track video.
I don't even know if it needs to be multi-track, but I just want it to be with
other people,
with
not
other
just by
people,
yourself.
not just like, hey, I'm going through and playing single player shit.
And reading
Oh yeah,
from
no,
a list.
because then the shit
And
that we're-
that's just my that's the passion.
the shit
I know.
that we've talked about, like, you know, you can have another character while you're filming everything. You can have another character like walk up to a dreg and point at the fucking little stubs where their arms used to be. Like,
Yes.
watch me shoot this dreg in the stub.
Stumping.
I'll peg him with bullets.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh.
I got
damn
some
it.
more CMP in this redacted.
That's what I get for stopping drinking. Fucking.
Yeah, these special episodes I don't count within the overarching redacted. This is a special episode, and
That's why I was
all,
cussing.
All rules are off. Yeah, so
Who
was
the
I.
fuck
I
knows when
started-
this is getting released?
I started fucking cussing since the very first sentence.
Well, I mean, at that we're at an hour and 1 minute.
Yeah. So
So let's go ahead and cut this off.
So we're done.
So you you sat through that. Thank you for listening to our entirely baseless fan theories.
You poor bastards.
just whatever we can.
They're not
dream up.
entirely baseless. There's
There's a
bases.
lot of base to them.
because
Oh,
we're
okay.
all about that
Okay,
base.
okay.
No rebels.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Get out. Yeah.
No rebels.
But I hate you. Yeah.
All
Well,
about that.
Now we get entertaining.
No rebels.
now it's funny. No. Thank you for listening
Vandals were the rebels.
Thank you for listening to Redacted, the Destiny Assumptions cast.
The Destiny speculation cast.
So These I don't know how popular these are, but you know what? We'll keep putting them out. If people who like this will listen to them, people who don't,
Fuck off.
We
Well, it
fucking
won't.
love Destiny.
so
And we could talk about it for a really long fucking
Yeah.
time.
We're just doing what
It's an
Reddit
hour.
does anyways.
And if you work for Destiny, reach out to us at chaoticneutralpodcast at gmail.com. And you want us
Tell
to
us to shut the fuck up.
tell us to be quiet, or tell us where we're right or wrong, or ask us what we ask us,
Or have us on-
because we'll give them
God
to you.
damn it.
Ding.
Or
send
send us
us
free
exotic
shit.
weapons.
One of the two.
or steal our ideas and tell us to sign a
Non-disclosure.
An NDA, yeah. If you're an employee of Bungie working on Destiny,
You can do better.
get in contact with us.
And by that, I mean for your entertainment.
Or we'll
You
write
can
for
listen
you
to
and pay
better.
us money. In the meantime, I've been Sean.
I'm EJ, sort of.
All right. Who's pointing? Are you
I wasn't
pointing
paying. I wasn't
me
paying
at-
attention.
Am I being pointed at? This is Lucci.
from Lynch.
I'm Nader.
And
See you in orbit.
see you in orbit. Thanks.